Today I'll be looking at a couple of new nests from Ant Shop Aus. This is one of them and this is the other. Let's get into the video. So this is the first nest that we'll be looking at. Now as mentioned, these nests are from Ant Shop Aus and there's a link in the description below which you can head off and have a look at all of the products, and along with that you also get a discount, so enjoy that. Now the first thing you'll notice is it's a nice big nest and it has these little removable lids on the top. Now these are what they call harvesting chambers, where if needed you can open them up and remove larvae or alates or other workers or any rubbish, anything you need, but a great way just to remove anything out of the nest. So you can see how it's nicely finished. You've got access into quite a few different chambers here, and the top lid is totally removable as well. You've got those screws in each corner. So this is a 3D printed one, which is really nice. And the other thing you've got is these dividers. Now again, this is really handy if you don't have a large colony. You can still use this nest and then slowly expand it as it gets bigger and bigger. So really nice, really nicely made. You've got the hydration ports here underneath. As you can see, quite a big reservoir there that you can add your water into, and then it keeps it nicely hydrated. And it's quite a beautiful finish, and you've got a few different entrances in and out of this nest. So well made. Again, these are just prototypes that I'm showing you. Finished products have a few little changes to them, and they'll be available on the website, so please check those out. But this will be a good one for your larger species of ants. And yeah, you may even want to put a little bit of tape on those lids to keep them down, but you've got a little syringe hole above there for the hydration ports you can drop water into as well. So quite a nice nest, a little bit of a change to it. Keen to see what you guys think of these as well. The actual depth of the chambers is quite good as well. So good for those bull ants or larger species of Camponotus that you may be keeping. These little gates to block off these little chambers is really handy, and as mentioned, you've got those so you can actually take out or harvest out of that nest. So it's just a nice divider there, just to block it all off individually, like so. Quite an easy action there, just to be able to open it up and give your colony a little more space as needed. And it's, as mentioned, 3D printed nest here. The finish is quite nice. There's a few little bits and pieces inside, but again, this is just a prototype and I just wanted to share some of the newer nests that are coming out. Okay, now it's time to have a look at the Waitong or Hebel nest. Basically, as you can see, it's very similar. You've got these two hydration ports here, the hole in the top syringe so you can actually fill them. You have an entrance on both ends, and again you've got these little harvest chambers again, so you can pop this lid off and remove rubbish, remove alates, move cocoons, anything like that that you may need. Very handy actually, because I've actually had the problem before where I haven't been able to remove out of the nest what I've wanted. Again, you have these little gates blocking off each of these chambers, so that's really handy, so you can expand it as you need. But again, you can see the depth of the chambers is really good. Again, this is just a prototype, but you get a good idea of what the nest is going to look like. So check out the new ones on the website, a little bit better finished, and again there's a few little finer details that you'll be able to see as things have just improved a lot. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this one to my Myrmecia brevinota colony once it's had its expansion and it's got a fair few more workers. I think this will go really nicely, and again I can expand it as I go. So a nice piece of Hebel here. The finish is a little bit rough on this, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes with the newer models coming out and the newer finished ones. Again, it is just a prototype. We can see here the entrance coming in is just near the divider, so that'll be changed in the newer versions. It's been changed already. So you get a good idea, but it's nice that it's the top perspex has been inset, so that's nice and flush. It's secured down as well with these screws in each corner, so very securely made. And you can see right the way through here, it's bolted all the way. So nice, and easily able to remove without cracking. It's not screwed into the actual Hebel there. So yeah, quite nice, good size too. Not too big to start with. You've got a fair bit of thickness in there, which gives you that good chamber depth height, which is important for those larger species. Like you might have the Mimicea species, some of those bigger ones, like my Brevinota, which I think I'll be putting across into this one. Now the hydration ports, again, you've got that mesh on the top, so radiating that moisture into the colony. There's 2 of these, just like the other 3D printed one that I showed you. And you've got the same gate system here as well, and it's nice and tight, which is good. Just a little film of plastic there, which you can pull out when you need them, and obviously they can't get past that in the meantime. The water chambers are underneath for the hydration as well. So really nice product, happy with this. It'll be really nice to see the refinement of this as the ones that go on sale apart from this prototype. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel and you'll get early access to videos, behind the scenes information, and plenty of other perks on different levels as well. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. A huge thank you to my wonderful Patreons. Thank you, Osito Gordo 25, Gordon C, Ant Nation, The Dragon Bloom, Scooter 213, Serena, and Terry S. Thank you so much for your wonderful support. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. There's a video there recommended for you. I think you might like it. I've also picked one that I think is really good. Thanks for watching, and happy ant keeping.